As We See It, 2014. It's now 5 years since the Global Camel Committee first came together and published its first book. This, the 5th instalment, is a fitting birthday celebration. The first spread of the book is possibly the most important. It needs to be something good. Nice one, Miko. Andy from the UK, a professional designer. It shows in the way he assembles his images. Ben from Alabama. He enjoys his outdoor photography. Beautiful mood. Nice sense of scale. Emmanuel from Israel. A nice double-page spread of the Azores. Ben from Falmouth, USA. A centenary carnival and a nest of cardinals. Sorry, couldn't resist the sound effect. Krista from Switzerland. Italian husband, lives in Norway, about to discover the world by moving to Norwich. She speaks 90 billion languages, very useful member of our production team on the book, correcting my English in several places. Thanks, Krista. Bob, South Carolina. A vibrant splash of colour to the pages. Gary, Arizona. He's helped out on previous year's book production. This year he's been spending his time chasing the Milky Way. Nice one, Gary. Dan from Ontario. A guy who knows Monty Python and the Holy Grail better than I do. David from Buckinghamshire. Living up to his screen name, Misty Mornings. John Leach from Grange-over-Sands, also known as me. Don from Chicago. I often find Don's images quite thought-provoking. Hyde from Palm Springs. I just found out today that when he was young, he jumped off the house with an umbrella, thinking he was Mary Poppins. He's obviously got a thing about flight. Fred from Bordeaux. Giving us a couple of his holiday snaps. Can't remember where he went. Fred's a key member of the Flickr forum. He brings a huge amount to the group. Eki from Links, Germany. Very active member of the group, and a nice mix of images. Hovan from Greece. Quite new to the group. His first contribution to the book. Very welcome. Ian from Manchester. Well known for his architectural photography, these two taken on his trip of a lifetime this last summer. Elon from Israel. He's often got adventure in his images. He's got a growing portfolio with some very nice commissions this last year. Well done. Jaring from Friesland in the Netherlands. His typical coastal images. He's currently working on a taxi project. Photographs of his passengers. I'm looking forward to seeing a book published on these later in the next year. Seishi from Tokyo. He recently retired from being a camera designer with Nikon. So on the forums, people talk about the next Nikon 7580 with plasma focusing. Say she knows the answers, but he can't tell. John from Adelaide, treating us to some of his world travels. John from Dorset, his photographs often featuring the Jurassic coastline. Kit from Pennsylvania. Last year, she set a new record for the highest number of proofs required to make a blurb spread. 7,642. Mind you, this year she did it first time. Brill. Lynn from London. New to the forum, so this is her first entry in the book. Great stuff, Lynn. Manuela from Athens. More photographic talent that's been hidden until this year. Mike from New York. He joined the book production team a couple of years ago and really transformed the way we process everybody's entries. Huge benefit for the team. Thanks, Mike. Strong portfolio of work developing these early morning, late evening, moody, colourful shots. Morris from New York, well known for his ornithological studies. Sorry, no idea what kind of owl that was. Sure it wasn't a snowy owl. Rob from Leominster. Rob's been commended in this year's Landscape Photographer of the Year competition. Pat from Bloomington, USA. Superb oaks on the left. Peter from Kent, giving us a tour of castles and houses. Ragu, Kansas. Used to be quite active on the forum. Where have you been, Ragu? Go on, come back! Rob from Oceanside, New York. Rob's another member of the production team. Useful chap to have around. He's a lawyer. He knows things. Peter, quietly spoken, 20 feet tall, takes lots of photos of cars. He's a natural designer. He knows how to interpret a brief. Does some great stuff. Peter also helps out on the production of the book and is one of the admins on the forum. Torsten, Berlin. He organised our first European flickr meet, the first of many. Ryan, London. Fluent in Symbian and Lego. Joanna, Tokyo. These are the results of some interesting experimental work using camera movement and multiple exposures. I thought there was only 2 things came from Oklahoma, but it seems photography's come from there too. This is Sarah. Some lovely work. Mathieu, our second photographer from France. He takes these wonderful dreamscape type images. Sally, another French connection. Her daughter gets married there next year, so she's had to go out there and do a bit of research. She's selected one of the best wedding photographers in the business. Alex Ring, Athens, better known as the Crazy Greek. Alex does tons of work on this book. It just wouldn't be the same without him. Thanks, Alex. John from Bedford, UK, often brings a bit of scientific sanity to the forum. Keen outdoorsman, some great stuff. Hillary, Seattle. Hillary's avatar image really sums her up. Nice, lively, enthusiastic character. Zana from Santa Cruz. Her typical lively family images. Michelle, American expat living in Vietnam and working as a professional photographer. Gert-Jan in the Netherlands. I've always liked Gert-Jan's sense of colour. A nice blend between these two pages. Joe from California. He's a bit of a pool table king. We're going to have to meet Joe. We're going to have to meet. Simon, London. He was in book 1 and he's now returned for book 5. You've been practising, haven't you, Simon? Betsy, New York. This spread through me at first. I didn't realise that the first image is the USS Alabama, Pearl Harbor. Gabe, New York. A set of pics from his recent holiday in the Galapagos Islands. A fine pair of boobies on the left. The things you learn typesetting these books. Renato, Brazil. Another one of his fine street images. Spriggsy, from the Midlands. Hardly Timothy Spall, eh? Mike's currently studying for a degree in photography at Wolverhampton University. Mike Post, Florida. Just got back from his holidays in time to contribute to the book. A nice couple of images from his travels. And Captain Eddie with his holiday photos. David in NC and the final photographer's spread in this book. A nice, simple but fitting finale. So that's the end of the book. So we'll just close with a few of the shots from Flickr Meets.